in community investment in our CPED department, and so she'll be taking the minutes going forward. And I have another staff person to hopefully be logging in as well. That'll be assisting, working with Northside Cultural Business Development Authority as well.
I think we have minutes because I haven't seen any. So we're gonna have to play catch up.
Yep, we had to play catch up, and pretty much next month we'll be able to provide those past minutes, and then and make so that I'll provide probably the past minutes for a number of meetings that we have saved up, so you guys can catch up, and then the minutes from this meeting as well, so we can catch up and everyone's mentally caught up with what we were doing and where we're at. Okay.
Okay. So is everyone in favor of us tabling the approval of the minutes until the next meeting?
I'm fine with that, Maddie.
Okay. Then I'll go to the next thing on our agenda.
Mayor Anderson had a question.
Hey, is this a public meeting? It is, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So it's posted and out there if other people want to watch in, even if they're not part of it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Should we call attendance then and that kind of thing? Do you need to do it as if you're, call the roll and all that sort of business?
Yes, because of the new rules, correct. You are correct, Mayor Anderson. With the new COVID rules, we have to, and that wasn't set up on the agenda because this is our first meeting since before COVID, that we do need to do a roll call. You need to identify your full name, and that what city you're in, what county you're in, and what state you're in. So, Jamie, do you have the names, all the names? Okay.
I believe I do, yes.
So let's have Jamie do a roll call so we can document everyone's here on the board. And we got a nice form now. So go ahead, Jamie.
I apologize, these are probably not in alphabetical order. Mayor David Anderson.
Here, I'm in the city of Kalamazoo in Kalamazoo County in the state of Michigan.
John Durham.
I am here in the city of Kalamazoo in the Kalamazoo County in Michigan.
Maddie Jordan Woods.
Maddie Jordan Woods. I'm in the city of Kalamazoo, the county of Kalamazoo, in the state of Michigan.
Chad Dodd.
Chad, you're muted.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Now we can.
I'm Chad Dodd. I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, in the city and also the county of Kalamazoo.
Damian Henderson.
Here, city of Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo County, Michigan.
And I apologize, is it Kier Gamshow?
Yes, Kier Gamshow, Kalamazoo, Michigan City, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan.
Okay. Marilyn Pulley. William Roland. Ricky Thrash. Antonio Mitchell.
Antonio Mitchell, Community Investment Manager, City of Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Andy Miller.
Andy Miller, City of Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo County, Michigan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Anderson.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get Marion. Marion, we are in the Northside Cultural Business District meeting. Were you able to get on? Oh, okay, I've got to go. Bye-bye. Marion said that she's going to have her kids get her on by the phone. Marion Pulley. So if we're moving forward, the next item on the agenda is the future discussion of our Zoom meetings. So I'm going to assume that's us coming up with a date and a time for the next couple months for Zoom meetings.
Well, that, May,
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So the issue is that since the mayor had, not the mayor, but the governor in the state of Michigan has we extended pretty much through the health department the requirements to not meet in large numbers in closed spaces. We're going to probably have to continue these meetings going forward until that's lifted. The next meeting, which will be in December, it's the third Thursday, will be December 17th. Our regular meeting time is at 6 o'clock usually, and we can get all that updated and let the public know that the meeting's going forward until the state lifts the pretty much non-meeting requirements for because of COVID. Will be on Zoom. We tried to hold out. It did not work. COVID is holding out longer than us. So we will have to transition like other similar city meetings until we get further notice from the state of Michigan. So we'll put together a calendar and send that out to the board members this month for the next 4 months, probably, just so you know the dates and the times. And we'll get that booked with the city clerk's office to work with IT to get that in the system so the public knows. All right. Any questions? And my question for everyone, did everyone get in okay? Because I know some people had a little trouble. Did the board members get in okay, log in okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, everything was smooth. Thank you.
I had to do it twice.
Yeah, I knew Matt was having trouble getting in, and so, all right. So yes, so we'll put together a calendar. We'll send that out as well, and make sure the board knows what those dates are for the next 4 months, probably from Zoom. And if that changes, we'll let the board members know as well if the state lifts the restrictions.
The next item on the agenda is the Northside Cultural Business District Committee meeting discussions. And we haven't met in committees in a long time.
Right. So I made sure this was on the agenda because, like Maggie said, we haven't met in a long time because of COVID and trying to keep 9 groups coming together. I'm willing to assist with Zoom meetings of 3 to not have a quorum, of course. If you guys will decide when you want to meet, Maddie can assist the board members for your committee meetings, and I'll assist with setting up Zoom meetings myself to help you have their committee meetings.
Okay.
So I would think our most pressing one is the next item on the agenda, unless someone would like to further discuss this. The next item is the TIF plan. Is everyone aware that Ken Nachi sent a proposal to put together our TIF plan?
No.
No, I haven't seen
So
it.
after he resigned,
Does everyone know he resigned? That's the first question.
well, does
No.
everyone know he was no longer working for Plaza Corp. And since he was here as a representative of Plaza Corp, he said that he was resigning because he was no longer working for Plaza Corp.
I didn't catch that email when he sent that out.
March 23rd or March 23rd.
Okay.
He said that he, as of that date, he would no longer be working for Plaza Corp. So I would think we need to decide, do we want to invite Plaza Corp back to the table where they can send their own representative?
Would be a good thing to do.
Well, let me chime in real quick. That decision has to be made by the mayor.
Anyone have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so y'all can make it. Maddie, you hear what I said? You guys make a recommendation to the mayor, but the mayor has to appoint the fill-in for the board.
Okay.
So you guys can make a recommendation. The committee can meet, make a recommendation who you guys would like to recommend to Mayor Anderson, and then Mayor Anderson can take that up to consideration to pretty much appoint that person. And we would have to take that to the commission for replacement. Because all you guys, remember, you guys were sworn in and by the city clerk, that whole process, that process still has to go for replacing.
What are we, 10 in numbers? Are we 10 or 11 in numbers with the mayor?
It would be 11 with the mayor, right? Hi, Will.
Maddie, how are you?
Is that correct, Jamie? With the mayor, it would make 11? Or does it make 10? Okay.
It is 10 with the mayor.
Hello? Yeah.
I'm on mute, sorry. So with the committee discussed making really, it should be 11.
Just 1 second.
So you can make a recommendation for 2 people to the mayor that we can take to the mission, that he can make a recommendation to be on the board.
Antonio,
Yes.
I have Ricky on the phone. He said he doesn't have an invite. It would have been an earlier one from the one that you saw. Do you remember what date it is, or can you send him another one?
Yeah, I just sent another one. He's on the one I just sent before the meeting.
Ricky, Antonio just sent you another one. So look at your email again. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that.
And I think my recommendation is whoever we're going to invite has to be vested in on the north side, in the Northside community. So if we're gonna recommend anyone, I think we all need to put our minds and thoughts together and see who or what company, individual, or organization is vested in the community and in the boundaries of the cultural district.
As we stand, minus the mayor, we are a board of 9. Is that correct with Ken's departure?
Jamie, could you?
Certainly. You were 10, including the mayor and Ken. So without the mayor, it would be 9, and without Ken, it would be 8 that you have right now.
But the mayor is automatically a part of it, is he not?
Correct.
Correct. So we are 9s. Is that not a good number?
That's up to you. That is a good number. It's up to you guys.
It just needs to be an odd number because of voting purposes, so you don't split.
Correct.
The 9 is an odd number. We're 9 with the mayor.
Correct. So put it this way, like I said, you probably should discuss it more in the committee and make a recommendation to the mayor so that it can be announced to the public on what you're going to do going forward.
On what we're going to do. And Marion just called me. She says she can hear us, but she can't see us. And so she said she's there, but she can hear what we're saying. I don't know if she's showing up with you guys, but she's on the phone. She's not on the computer. She called in.
She's not coming up on in the screen area, so she must be using the public access and not the IT access. That's what's happening there. So I tell her.
Is she on computer?
Yeah, tell her.
No, she's not on the computer.
Tell her to check her email. I resent it to everybody right before the meeting just to make sure everyone had it. She should be able to access it there.
I can allow her to talk if you would like.
Okay.
Oh.
Can you allow her?
Yeah, that was an IT saying.
This is Andy from IT. I can allow her to talk. She is in an attendance mode, meaning she is using the public access and not an invited access. But I can turn on talking if that is your wish.
Yes, because she doesn't use the computer. She says she's worse than me, and I'm bad.
One moment.
Voice is there for a minute.
Marion, can you hear us?
She's probably muted.
She must didn't click on the link that shows all those phone numbers under it.
Yeah, she seems to be there, but she has to unmute.
Yeah, there's a phone number at the bottom there, but she's still unmuted.
Can you?
There it is.
Okay.
There
Can
she
you?
is.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Andy.
I'm good.
So we were in discussion to determine to have a committee meeting to
Right.
make a recommendation for us to either stay at 9 or
Right.
to seek out additional people for the committee. And Kiara stated that
We need an
thought
odd number.
said that we need an odd number, but also that he thought that it should be someone that's already vested in the North Side. So what is the pleasure of the board members?
So if I'm not mistaken, didn't you say that we got to get permission from the mayor before we could like actually bring somebody to the table?
Yeah, he's raised his hand. Go ahead.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah. You would have to get, you're right. It would have to go to the commission, and the mayor will have to go to the commission. They have to approve it. But the mayor's saying that wouldn't be a problem. Go ahead, Mayor.
Just another suggestion for consideration.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the suggestion of someone that's vested in the North Side. I think that is important. But another thing to think about, is there any particular expertise we would like to add to this board? And should we consider a couple seats that would represent, a certain kind of expertise that we're looking for? That's just a question, but something for consideration.
So my understanding, the rules under which a person could become a member, they either had to be a resident within the cultural business district, or they had to be a business within the cultural business district. And so we could still keep in mind, but I think first what we need to do is to see, is there anyone willing to volunteer to sit on a committee to, one, either come up with some names, or two, make the recommendation that we stay at 9. We don't have to increase it. Is there anyone who is willing to sit on a committee to discuss that and bring it back to the full board?
Yeah.
Mayor? And Chad Dodd said he would.
I would suggest that
Yeah,
we
because
stay
I
at
had you said what?
I would suggest that we stay at 9.
Oh, okay.
But
Because I was trying to say I could get out in the community and actually go find a couple of people that I know actually stays on the north side in Kalamazoo and runs their own business, and give them a proposition to see if they would like to join.
they have to, their business, they either have to live, or their business has to be within the boundaries of the cultural business district.
Correct.
So right now, what we're trying to do is we need to get committee people, and then we can move forward. We can set up a committee meeting, and then we can check. If I understood correctly, Chad and Mayor Anderson said they would be willing to sit on a committee to make recommendations back to the full board.
Yes.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
I am, Maddie.
Okay.
Yes.
Then,
Yes.
Okay, then I will move forward. That takes us back to the TIF plan, and for us to decide if we would like to have someone assist us. But now that we have city staff that has a lot of expertise, is that possible to have a city staff person assist us with the TIF plan?
The answer is Andy Miller is going to assist. How much he can assist with the plan, I have to discuss with him and get back to the board. Because I don't want to say he can do the plan. And want to chime in, Andy?
It's been a while, but I helped Lawton and Galesburg both create TIF districts back. Well, they were DDA TIF districts, and it's been a while ago. But it's kind of process focused, but it's process and procedural, but it's not that big a deal. It's just so yes, I can. The short answer is yes, I can help, and I don't know that we necessarily need to go outside to an outside consultant to do it, but I'll have to talk to Tony about that and see what.
Yeah. So the answer is yes, but we'll also verify with the city attorney if we need some additional assistance. Okay.
Okay.
And
who was that just spoke?
Andy Miller, and he works for the city. Marion asked who was that just spoke.
Oh,
So
okay.
Andy Miller is a city staff who is helping us, who is going to assist us move forward.
Yes,
Okay.
I was just hired. I'm only finishing my second week. It's my understanding that I think moving forward, especially in the new year, I think I'm going to be the staff liaison. Is that not correct, Tony?
That is correct.
Right.
Mary Anderson raised his hand. He had a question.
So way back a decade ago when we were talking about this last, I had a task which was to make sure some money was allocated if we wanted to hire a consultant. And I know
Correct.
we've lost a lot of time here, but I have no problem, seeking some funding to get help for Mr. Miller, to bring some expertise to the table so we can get this thing done right, bring us a good, product so we can move forward. So, I mean, if we feel fine, we can do it in-house, but I have no problem making sure we have funding to pay for assistance to get this done.
So let me follow with what Mary Anderson is saying. Pretty much the city approved, I think earlier this year, pretty much around $10,000 to assist in that process. So that money is still in, quote unquote, as they say, the budget to assist in that process. So pretty much what the board can do is work with Mr. Miller in the process, and if we need additional expertise, then we can hire the additional expertise to assist.
And then I would manage that contract in that process if we did, and frankly, as I'm into this position and all the projects that we're involved with, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe it's more maybe it would be better for me to just to hold the consultant's feet to the fire, so to speak, and to keep the process on task as opposed to me actually doing it to be realistic.
I think that's a great idea. And I think bringing some expertise to the table might give us, a really great insight on some unique things that we can do.
Right.
Okay, then I got a question.
Go ahead.
I thought from what you just said, Andy, that you would help us to develop it, and then if we needed outside help, we could hire them then.
That is what I said.
Instead of just having somebody come in to tell us how to do it. Because at one time we talked about having a in-service on how to do the plan.
That is correct. Southwest Michigan First said several times, and then they canceled, rescheduled. We had a committee, I believe Will and myself was on it, and Ken Nachi was originally on the committee.
And I was on the committee also.
And the $10,000 was to go towards things to help move the committee along.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, and Marion, but I will say, Marion, I kind of agree with John because we're so far behind. I mean, if we want to have an in-service so that we will understand it more, because we were given examples of the Grand Rapids plan, and maybe we need to refamiliarize ourselves with it, but
Right.
other committee members, please speak up. But I think that at this point, in order for us to move faster, if
Okay.
Andy Miller can't put a lot of time, I mean, on one hand, it might be somewhat simple. So should we have the committee meeting and then bring back a recommendation to the board?
The same committee you just put together could have that on the agenda as well, Maddie. That was going to make the recommendation for the additional board members, or keeping with the 9, can also discuss and make a recommendation on this item as well.
So I would like to offer out, because Will and Marion was on the original committee
Right.
for the
Right.
TIF. Is there a rule that you can't have more than 3 committee members meeting at one time on a Zoom?
Right.
No, to get a quorum, you have to have 5. So you're under the quorum if you have 4.
Okay, so
Just need to stay
Okay.
under the
so if Will and Marion would still like to be on that committee.
Yeah, I would.
I'm here, yes.
Okay. And Antonio, you said you would assist us with setting up the Zooms for those committees?
Yeah, I'll have Andy be the lead, but I'll be the one that will host it. I'll host the Zoom, and Jamie will assist us in that process as well.
Okay. I would like to send, and tell me if this is appropriate. I would like to send the committee members the proposal that Ken Nachi sent, or should we wait until we just discuss whether or not we need one?
I think you should wait. That is staff's opinion.
Okay. If we don't have any more discussion, the next would be community comments. So is there anyone in the community that we are not aware of who would like to speak, who has a comment?
So how do you see the people in the community?
This is Andy from IT. There is actually a community comment. Just came in. I'm just loading it, so it'll be a moment.
Thank you.
It's like Big Brother's listening to this.
That's a good thing. Thanks, community member, for listening in.
Yes, this is Marcus Johnson of North Rose Street, and I would like to be considered to be on the Northside Business District Authority Board to make sure that we can have some diversity in the businesses that would be long lasting. So yes, I would like to be on the board. My number is, well, go to my Facebook page and then we can go from there. So I don't want to put my number just on live. But yeah, consider me for the board. Thank you.
Okay. So committee members, Antonio, would you?
Yeah, to answer the person's question, if they reach out to the city clerk's office, they can assist them with that process. So he can share his information securely with the city clerk, and city clerk can share that with the chair and with the committee.
And I just want to be clear. Was I listening to Marcus from Kings and Queens?
No.
The community comment. Can that person hear us?
It was a voicemail left. This wasn't a live call.
Oh, okay. The only reason I asked, because Rose Street is not within the Northside Cultural Business District. However, Kings and Queens own a building that's across from where Kyle's business is on Burdick Street, and they would be within the Northside Cultural Business District, if that is him.
Correct. And Maddie, if they submit their information, we can then share that with you and let them know that they're not, if their address or their business address is not, remember, they can also just be a Northside resident too.
Resident.
Yeah, so
That
they're
live
Northside
within the
resident, they have a-
boundary.
Yeah, they have a business that's in the boundaries, but if they're a resident of Northside, they're eligible as well. So we just need to clarify their information and share that with the committee.
Is there any other discussion?
This is Kia. I would like to just say something quick. I know the city just invested in a community urinal. And I know it's in the Arcadia district, but we have a lot of issues with people defecating in Martin Luther King Park and behind Park Street Market. So I just wanted to make that comment.
Will staff send that to the appropriate personnel to address that and get back with Kiara, please?
Yes.
Are there any other items that need to be discussed? Mayor Anderson?
I mean, I don't know if we need to this discussion, but I just want to say I'm very energized that we're getting this going again. And so it means a lot to me. It's really great to see everybody on. I hope this gets a little smoother as we kind of start to get in the habit of it, but I'm looking forward to getting some stuff done here. So excited to be doing it.
So am I. Any other comments?
Is there a schedule for the meeting or a calendar?
Marion, before you got on, Antonio said what he's going to do is he's going to put together a schedule and then he's going to get it out to us. We must meet on, we're going to meet on Zoom until further notice from the governor. And so they will get, Antonio will get that to all of us.
Okay, I saw the one and I may have read over it, but I saw the first one that he sent for me to get on. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Antonio.
Are there any other comments?
Just a comment. You know, this is something I was on a Zoom conference, another place just before getting on here. That's why I was a couple of minutes late. I heard you calling me. I just couldn't answer because I had to mute you because I was on the call. But this really has become an effective way of communicating even in this time. So I would encourage people to really utilize it and for us to use it to continue to meet, you know, because even if you got to be at home for something, you can still get on and we can still conduct this and maybe we'll get 100% participation, you know.
Thank you for your comments. Any other comments?
Yeah, I'd like to say something. I'd like to say it's good seeing everybody again.
Yes.
Glad to be on Zoom. Glad we back in business.
Yes.
Chat.
Likewise to everybody. It's always great seeing everyone, even though I see most, you know, every day, like Miss Maddie. I just seen you too, Ricky. Good to see you, William. See you in good spirits. Also, Mayor Anderson and Antonio. Good to see you too. Damian, I don't know if you're still in here. To the new person, Mr. Andy Miller. Nice to meet you. James, since you don't know if I've met you before. Okay, and also Kari, man. I always get seeing you at the store anyway, because I see you every day.
Great to see you.
Yeah,
my kids are going
this
crazy.
COVID, this COVID put us in a position, you know, some of us, you know, we lost a lot of relatives, friends this year, but we just got to keep pushing and stay safe out here and, you know, practicing every guidelines that it is to, you know, prevent this stuff and get rid of it. So it's a blessing to see everybody. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Okay. And you can't see John, but John Dunham, but he's here. He is here.
Oh, you too, John.
I'm here. Yes, good seeing everyone. Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So if we city If we don't have any other items, is there a motion for adjournment?
So move.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. We will see you guys
Aye.
next month. Be
Stay
safe.
safe, everyone.
Goodbye, all.
Thank you. Be
Good night, all.
Okay.
See
Good
you
night.
soon.
Night.
Yeah.